Welcome to Real Estate Real World, where we talk to the movers, shakers, and leaders that are getting it done right now in the real estate industry and beyond. I'm your host, Marguerite Crespillo, and I started this podcast simply dedicated to calling people about what's really happening in this crazy roller coaster ride of real estate. Be sure to subscribe on iTunes and stay up to date on the newest stuff by adding yourself to the list at www.realestaterealworld.com. Now, let's dive into the world of real estate. All right, everybody. Hello. It's Marguerite Crespillo, and I'm really excited about this podcast today. We've been trying to get together for a while, and I just love this gal and what she's doing. So let me tell you a little bit about her. Let's see here. Liz Brown is a top producing realtor based in Richmond, Virginia, serving clients throughout the Richmond and Charlottesville areas. Known for her personalized approach and strong market knowledge, Liz helps buyers and sellers navigate the real estate process with clarity and confidence. She's also the founder of the Agent Crew at eXp Realty, where she coaches agents nationwide on video content, systems, and brand visibility. Through her daily accountability calls and hands-on mentorship, Liz empowers agents to grow their business and show up consistently online, whether she's closing deals, leading trainings, or creating content. Liz is passionate about helping people move forward on screen and in real life. So welcome, my friend Liz.
Thank you. Good to be here. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
I'm so excited to have you here. You know, I'm cracking up because I didn't really know you that well. I'd seen you at some events and stuff. And then Angie, who's one of my good friends and in my EXP org here, kept going on and on about you. I'm like, geez. And she started telling me about your film school. And I was watching Angie do this amazing stuff on social media. And I'm like, Angie, where are you learning all this? She goes, oh, girl, you got to go talk to Liz. And so I started connecting with you, and then you and I got together in, where were we? Dallas, right? Not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And ended up having dinner together, had a great time, recorded a video. And ever since then, I've been a little bit obsessed with you. So
I love it. Thank you for the wonderful intro. And I love Angie as well. She is one of our film school students. And I met her in Cabo when we went to the one big fire event down there. And we met at school, and our kids are friends. And so we've just been friends ever since. And, you know, hopefully business partners one of these days. And it's been a wonderful journey, frankly.
You know, it's been so fun to watch you on social because, number one, you're funny. I mean, some of the stuff I like laugh out loud when I'm watching you, which is entertaining, right? Like, I think that's what people forget many times is one of the most important parts is to entertain and to be able to add value and engage people. So how did you go down this rabbit hole? How did you get kind of caught up in this and with what you're doing?
I started with Instagram, and I wanted to be Instagram famous, but I don't think I had enough patience to be, frankly. Because remember, let's go back like pre-2020, 2019, let's go all the way to maybe like 2017-ish, where I was selling real estate in Portland, Oregon, and Vancouver, Washington. And the only way we knew to sell real estate was to either cold call or to work Zillow leads. And I was on a team, and all I did all day was, make cold calls and follow up with Zillow leads. And that's how I thought that I would sell real estate forever. And then when I moved to the East Coast, I started to follow people on Instagram and started to follow just people on Instagram. And I remember thinking, well, if they can do this, I could certainly do this. Like, this can't be that hard, right? So then I stumbled into people like GoGo, Amy Gregory, Kristen Dunn, just a bunch of women who were doing this all over the country, and they all happened to be with eXp at the time. So then I started to meet them in real life. And so I went to, I think it was an eXp con in Vegas, a build event in Vegas, and met them in real life and started realizing that they're just people, right? And they had just started sharing their lives online. And so I was like, oh, well, this is like, there's no difference between them and me. Why? I just haven't started yet. So I started. And during COVID was when it really started. I was okay at taking photos and writing things underneath them. Remember old school Instagram where we would take a photo, write a
Yeah.
caption underneath it. There was no AI. You had to do it all yourself. And I don't spell well. Like my brain, like so it would take me forever to do like any kind of caption because I don't write well either. Like it's not like that's not what's as natural to me. And so it would take me an hour to do a post. And that was, it felt hard. I didn't like it. I just kept trying it. It wasn't working. But then when video came out in 2020, I would watch Gary Vee. He did this like
Oh, yeah.
tea with Gary Vee thing, marketing, where he would talk to real estate agents. And every single real estate agent he asked or was trying to help with their business, he's like, well, are you on TikTok? And they would be like, no. Why would I do that? I sell houses, right? And so the answer was always, I heard the answer always being saying, and his answer was, you need to do this. And so I was like, what else am I doing with my life? Not much. So I might as well go into the garage. And that's where I was working out every morning. And I would video my workouts. It wasn't real estate. It was just me working out every morning. Like, this is what I did today. What'd you do today? Like, no captions, no hashtags, nothing. Like literally maybe adding some music. I wasn't even speaking. And so I put those up, probably for my first video was in June of 2020. And I've made a video every single day since then. So it's been over 5
Wow.
years. It's an addiction at this point. It's it's like what I do, who I am, right? And so I didn't start making real estate content until probably October of that year. And then one day I made a video about what it takes to be like, what do you have to do to become a real estate agent? And it blew up. And the world was like, tell me about how to be a real estate agent. And then my brain was like, oh my
Oh,
word,
my good.
this is a thing here. So then I started real estate content on TikTok. And that's where the whole thing, it just completely changed my life. I mean, everything I do is based on video and helping other people be good on video.
So it's funny that you say that because I don't think I've been on TikTok that long, maybe a year or two. I don't know, a couple years. And I actually just enjoyed TikTok because I didn't have all the other real estate stuff there, right? I'd go follow my like gardening and baking people and my, sourdough junk and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And what's so funny is the ones of mine that have blown up have not been like the very first one of mine that went nuts was my son's birthday. We did a seafood boil and I
Mm-hmm.
did this whole video of him like carrying the seafood bowl and I got like 20,000. I woke up and there was like 20,000 views. I'm like, in the
Mm-hmm.
what in the world? And so I haven't really done a whole lot on TikTok and it's been interesting to me. But I want to tell you that what has been and I'm sure that this is the struggle for many before we jump into this other stuff. I'm not a spring chicken, right? Like I'm 61. And
Mm-hmm.
so I get overwhelmed with kind of the technology of it and the recording
Yeah.
all the time. I'm like, I don't really want to record my life all the time. Um, and I also, a lot of us struggle with confidence on video.
Mm-hmm.
So, how, I mean, for you to just record your workouts every day, the thought of that gives me anxiety for myself. Like, I think that that's great that you did that, but I'm like, oh my goodness. Like,
Yeah.
I can't, I know that I'm among a lot of people my age. So, how do
Yeah.
you help people kind of get past that part?
In the beginning, no one is watching you that you know.
Right.
In the beginning, right? People are not watching you until they are watching you. And part of my coaching is teaching you consistency. And once you get consistent with something, you start to lose attachment to it because you know that it's just another video. It's just another
Okay.
video. It's like now, like if you ask me what videos I made yesterday, I probably don't remember because it's just another video, right? Like
Right.
I probably could remember if I open the app, oh yeah, I made those yesterday, right? But like people will bring up a video. Remember this video, Liz? No, I honestly don't because I make so many of them. And that's how I help you get over yourself. I know that it almost sounds like harsh, like get over yourself, but it's once you know that you're just going to make another one, another one, another one, another one, then it gets you past being stuck on one. What will they think of me? Do I look right? What am I doing with my hands? I messed up there. I'm not young enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm too fat. I'm too skinny. I'm too whatever it is. I'm not enough is the thing. I'm not enough. Right. And so that's why we worry that the world will tell us that back. And
Yeah.
they will. I mean, I'm here to warn you that like when you put yourself out there, they will tell you that those pants are ugly, that you need a new bra, that you should fix your hair, like whatever it is that you already know about yourself, someone will say it back to you and you'll be like, really? Today's the
Isn't
day you're
it so funny that people feel so relaxed about the negative stuff that they say? I'm blown away. Like, I don't know that I mean, if you were my best friend, I'd say, "Girl, your bra strap's showing." But I don't think I would say, and I wouldn't say it like in a room of 10,000 people to say something like that, right? So I'm still blown away a little bit by that. Like, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. But um
yeah.
anyway, so let's talk about, because you have a presentation you're going to show us. And so for those of you who are listening on audio only, feel free when you have time and not driving, to head on over to the YouTube channel and you'll be able to see the presentation she's doing. We're going to walk through it and talk through it, but just know you can go to YouTube and see the actual video or any of our social channels.
Yeah, I'll be also mindful to walk you through most of the things you're going to see. You can also hear, like if I show you a video, you can listen to the video. You can go to any of my socials and watch this. What we're going to talk about is if you have a listing that isn't selling, no one wants a listing that's just sitting there. And
Right.
we can call it whatever we want. We could call it stale. We could call it whatever. It's probably overpriced, right? We all know that. But if we have a seller who, a lot of sellers right now, they're having a hard time with the transition of the markets. And
100%.
and I am very aware of that. I've had multiple listings this year that I'm know this about me. I'm still very much selling houses. I do all these other things, but I'm still like, I just ratified a contract before I got on here, right? Like I'm still very much in it. And I actually like to stay in it because it keeps my content fresh. It keeps my brain in the game. It helps me coach other agents because I don't get too disconnected.
Yeah.
And I feel the energy and the pain that's in the market right now. So if you're listening to this and you either don't have enough listings and you would like some more listings, and if you have listings and you've never had them sit before and you don't know what to do about it, that's a scary feeling because it's
Yeah.
almost like your money is locked in a fridge and you can't get it out. It's
Yeah.
cool in there, it's safe, but I can't touch it. And that's hard.
It's interesting that you say that because, I've been in real estate. It'll be 32 years in December. And we have this whole generation, I've said this countless times, of consumers and real estate agents that have never lived through a challenging market. I mean, the bottom of the market was 2010. So if you've been in real estate since 2010, if you got in 2014, 15, 16, you've never seen anything but low interest rates and homes flying off the shelves within, days of you putting it on the market. So this last like 8 months to a year, it's been a whole different ballgame for a lot of people. I mean, I've been through it a few times, but most people, again, consumers don't believe you. They're like, "What do you mean my house should sell for 10,000 more because it's got ceiling fans, right?" I mean, and the agents don't have the skill training on how to combat that and how to help the consumer know. Like right now, a lot of times you're better off being the second agent in, right?
Yeah.
Instead of the first, unless you have the skill and the strength to be honest. I mean, I turned a listing down recently. I said, I would love to help you, but I'm going to be honest with you. The agent you have is a really good agent. She's been around longer than me. And what is she telling you? And they said, she's telling us it's price. I said, then you need to listen to her.
Yep.
And they did. They went back and they stayed with that agent, but not everyone has the ability to do that. So
Mhm.
dive in, Liz, tell us.
Okay. So when we have a listing, we have to think about if it's getting to the place where it's stale, your goal here is not to create all this marketing and not do a price reduction. So first things first, I'm coaching my agents to get the price reduction. And whatever that price reduction is, you're going to take it. Now, me personally, I'd rather have a 3 to 5% price reduction, right? I'm going to present it every week in an email. I send a weekly home seller email update. Every Tuesday, I send it out. It could be Sunday, it could be Monday, it could be whenever is good for you, right? I want you to create a cadence of when you're talking to your sellers, and I want them to be when you're sitting down with them in the listing appointment to tell them these things up front. I will send you a weekly update. Here's the things that are going to be in the update. When it's time for a price reduction, I'm going to tell you it in the weekly update. I'm going to send you the net sheets. You're going to know exactly what to expect. If you're not ready to do that, of course, this is your house. You don't have to do that, but have the conversations. Anything else I tell you today is just marketing. But if you're not having the conversation with your sellers about price, no matter what you do, it will not sell until it's priced right.
Yes. Yes. Say that louder for the people in the back.
Hear me. Even the listings that I took that are overpriced, I know they're overpriced. Like I'm no dummy. I know this house is overpriced. I know it's going to take time to get it down to the price that it needs to be. Am I willing currently to fight with a seller and not take a listing? No, because I know that I can get it to the right price. I can market it. I have time. I have energy. I can go through the process. And I know that lots of sellers right now need that process. So as you're sitting down with a seller, sometimes you're going to take an overpriced listing.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But what I've learned in the last year is when you have a listing, you have a tool, you have a product to sell. And I love that. So let me tell you a little story before we get into it about 2 listings that I've had recently that have turned into future business because of these videos. So one of them was in a little town called Ashland, Virginia. And I hadn't had a listing there where I did a lot of marketing. And I took this house right when the market went wonky. And I knew it was overpriced when we took it, but I didn't know it was this overpriced. And so it took 6 months to sell this house. And I was like, what the actual? Like, it's never taken me that long to sell a house. And so every week I had to make a video about this house in this neighborhood, in this place. And I had to get really creative about how to market this listing because I wasn't going to shut up about it. Because my job as a listing agent is to market it the best of my ability, make sure it's available, and make sure I'm communicating what the market's doing and asking you when it's time for a price reduction. So every single week I made a video. I made videos about the town. I made videos about like how far Walmart was and how great that Walmart was. Like stupid stuff that you're like, you made a video about Walmart, Liz? It's the most beautiful Walmart I've ever been to. And by beautiful, I mean no one knows it's there and it's so quiet and it's so nice and there's never a line. And I'm like, this is it. So I made a video about it. And oh, by the way, did you know I have a listing and here's the picture of it? Like, I'll see if I can find it for you. But because of these videos that I'm making this local content, yesterday on TikTok, someone reached out to me and said, hey, Liz, I saw you made this video about New Kent, Virginia. I just had a listing in New Kent. I made all these videos about New Kent, Virginia. I wanted to know if you could help me buy a house. Wow. Yes, I can help you do that. And that was from a listing that I had there. And it turns into future business and it helps you sell that listing.
That's
so
awesome.
Let me share my screen real quick. And we'll just go through a few tips and tricks of kinds of videos you can make. If you're at the place where you don't know how to make the videos, then you got to learn that first, right? First things first. Do you know how to make the videos? Second, once you know how to make them, here's the ideas of the things that you can do. So let me share this.
Let's hear it.
I run a thing called Film School. It's weekly small group training. And this is what we learned last week, which was video strategies to help you sell that stale property. So oftentimes you get sick of your listing before the world gets tired of it because you think about it all the time. You talk to the seller about it all the time. You are so sick of this listing. But I'm here to give you a few ideas of things that will make it A, not boring, and B, keep you engaged, and C, keep your sellers happy. You have a listing and it's just sitting there. In fact, it's been there way too long and you've done all the things. Have you made these videos? Number 1, what's around the listing that people are going to like? Have you asked ChatGPT who's actually going to buy this house? Because it'll tell you. And then you can make videos directly pointed at that specific buyer. This is what you can do when you move to this area video. Have you looked at the photos and rearranged them? You know how to do that, right? Like what order is important. This is exactly what I'm going to teach agents on Film School tomorrow. They're going to give me the address of the house that's not selling, and I'm going to say, this is what we can do to sell this house. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Because sometimes a fresh set of eyes is all you need to market the house in a better way. I know you've made all the videos for this listing, but have you made that? You probably haven't. So come to Film School tomorrow. Just comment film. I'll send you the details and we'll get that listing sold. Oh yeah, my name's Liz and I help you market your listings better to sell more houses. So in a video like that, I'm like overlaying things. I want you to start to think you're not just selling today's thing, you're selling tomorrow's things as well, right? So I want, as we go through here and as we're talking about things, I want you to start thinking, As I'm making this video, I'm selling today's business, I'm selling tomorrow's business, I'm selling my coaching program, I'm selling whatever I'm selling in this world, all mixed up together. Okay. So let's go. I'm sorry, I cut you off. You were going to say something.
No, I was saying that was a great video. I
Thank
have
you.
not done anything like that. So there you go.
There you go. Okay. So let me show you a couple more things. Let's get to the ideas. And don't let me forget to talk about the little piece of that video, which was the AI portion of it. Don't let me forget that. Okay. So have you made these videos or done these steps? What's around the listing that people are going to like? Have you asked ChatGPT who's actually going to buy this house? Have you done this is what you could do when you move to this area video? Have you looked at the photos and rearranged them? So first things first is I always like to think about if I was going to buy this house as a buyer, right? For instance, this house is located in this area. Who do I think is going to, me, just being human who sells houses, who do I think is going to buy this house? And what would they ask if they came to this area and they'd never have been to this area? They're moving from out of state. They're moving from out of town. They don't know the first thing about the first thing. So knowing this listing and what's around it, what should I be telling them?
So that is great input because I don't think I've ever thought about that. Like, I mean, you make jokes about doing a video on the Walmart, but that's pretty impactful. Like, I have a listing right now that's been sitting for a while. It was overpriced, probably still a bit overpriced. And it's actually really close to some great community stuff going on, and I haven't highlighted that. So that's great information. What I think I have picked up most importantly so far, and I'm excited to hear the rest of what you have to say, is it just has to be consistent. It's just like working out. You can't just work out once and then, have a six pack. You got to, eat right and exercise every day. So I would say that the consistency part is so key because it would also, what it's done for me when I did a thing earlier this year on Women's History Month, and I committed to posting something every day for 30 days for Women's History Month. It was awesome. Did I keep at it? No. So there you go.
No, I did not. It gets to the place, especially if you've had a listing on for 6 months or 90 days, that your brain will say, I've already said this. They've already heard this. I've already done this. When in reality, you could make the same video every single week and it would be a different video because you are different. The weather's different. The lighting's different. The floor plan, you could walk in the back door instead of the front door. Like you literally could take the same video and make it over and over again. But I also encourage you to think about most of the people that are seeing these videos online are seeing them from outside the area that you are selling in. Most of them. So they're on the For You page, they're on the Explorer page, and in your video, you're saying things like moving to wherever, like I'm in Richmond, Virginia. So moving to Richmond or Charlottesville. And so every video I say where I sell real estate, Charlottesville and Richmond, Virginia. So the keywords are being pulled out of there and I put the keywords in the caption. So when someone's searching online, moving to Richmond or Charlottesville, Virginia, my videos pop up on Google.
Okay.
So you have to make these videos assuming that the people that are watching them know nothing about nothing. I always put a map of where the house is located. I'm not going to don't think video tour, don't think house tour. I love a house tour. I'm going to do a house tour on every single house, but you need to do that. And for instance, I'll do a B-roll of a house and I'll walk through the house just doing B-roll of it. And I'll tell a story over it. For instance, one of my more popular videos was me. How photo day is really a stressful day for sellers.
Oh yeah.
It's very stressful. You have to clean your whole house. You have to pretend you don't live there, even if you still live there. If you're not living there, then you still have to clean it and make it look like someone does live there. It's very stressful for sellers. And so I did a video of me showing up to help a seller, and the photographer is there, and the seller and the photographer and me are trying to make the curtains right. And so you're seeing us do that, but I'm telling the story about when it's time for you to have photos as a home seller. I need you to know that this is going to be a stressful day, and that's okay. Like I would rather you know that this is the expectation. When you wake up in the morning and feel stressed about this, it's okay. It's going to work out right. That's why as an agent, I like to be there for photos. If I can, I'm going to be there, and I'm going to help you with another set of eyes to make sure the bread spread and the pillows look right, because I would hate for you to look at your photos and that not be right. So that's the story I told. But then I show a picture of the house. We're in the house. I show a picture. Oh, by the way, this house is available. Here's where it is on a map. Do you want to come see it? That's all in the same video too.
Okay.
You can do other unique things for your stale listings. You could do it before and after. I always encourage people, for instance, when you get a listing, I want you to start videoing it before you think you should be videoing it. Like take videos when it's ugly. When you first come to the house, make like the beginning before it's been staged, before it's been cleaned, before it's been fixed. Take those videos, but then also have the pretty videos. So you could do before and afters. People love that.
Awesome.
Lifestyle videos. People don't buy homes; they buy a lifestyle. So, for instance, one of the listings I've had the most beautiful backyard. Like it was so beautiful. It had the pond, it had the fishes, it had the frogs, it had the daylilies. It was so beautiful. And so I did a lot of videos of are you buying your house for you or your dog? Like that's funny, but it's true.
Yeah.
What would it be like to sit back here or maybe like sit on the sun porch and have your breakfast and your dog could play in the backyard and your kids could play back there too. If you had make it all PC and what you're supposed to say, but like really think about the lifestyle of what it would be like to live there. And then behind the scenes would be an example of that. The photography day of like what it takes to actually sell a house. We can also do a problem solving video. If there are lots of people online who send me houses and they're like, hey, I don't know why my house is not selling. Could you help me and tell me why? Now, these ones are a little edgy because sometimes sellers are like, don't talk bad about my house. Okay, I'm not going to talk bad about your house. But sometimes if you can talk around, use a different house as an example, like maybe one that's already closed. And I can talk about why the purple walls and the red walls held this house back from selling. And if I had it to do again, I would have recommended these colors instead. So like using a case study of a house to talk about how you could sell another house. And then you could also, again, overlay the current house that you have on the market. Like this is a house that did this so beautifully. Look at this house. This house is available. If you want to come see it, comment home buyer and I'll take you on a tour. A series is a beautiful thing. This last one for a series, I want you to think about a series that you have started to hear online, meaning the dogs were good again this week is a series that I watch every single Friday. And this person talks about like the top 5 dogs that he's seen on the internet every week. And so he created this thing because he runs like a dog rescue or something. He raises money for dog rescues. And so every time I hear the dogs were good again this week, I know I'm going to like this video. So I watch this video. So I want you to think of a series around the listing that isn't selling. Like, let's talk about the, top 5 homes of Mission Valley, or let's talk about the best homes of whatever, right? And you do it every single Tuesday or every single Wednesday, or you're creating a series, and in the series goes your own house that's not selling.
I'm laughing because you can't see. I don't know if you can see my little dog back here. Little dog Rue. She sits behind me every day, so she's behaving herself right now.
I love that. I also have a dog who was not behaving, but he's an Australian Shepherd, so
Oh yeah, they're wild. Yeah.
He does what he wants in this world. So what are you gonna do?
Okay, so series, you're saying, so help me understand this a little bit. You're saying it may not necessarily be about that house, but when you find a series or find something that you're posting about, you can kind of throw in the house as a side thing to help promote it.
Yes. So say for instance, you start a series where you do home tours. You always do your home in the home tour series, right? Like you do Tuesdays with Tim and you highlight a listing where you're going to highlight obviously your own listing in that highlight. Say every Thursday you hot open houses for the weekend. Your brain will tell you that I can't always show my house.
But you need to.
Why wouldn't you? Like people were sick of the last house I just closed. I know they were sick of it, but to the point where they'd be like, Liz, you sell that house yet? I'm like, yeah, no. No, haven't. Thanks for asking. You got a buyer, right? But until you've
Who do
gotten
you
to that
know?
point, right? Until you've gotten to that point, you've not done it enough. You've not talked about it enough.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Okay,
Mhm.
what's next?
Okay, so I want you to think about if it needs a refresh, what a refresh really looks like. So, say for instance, do you have a house that's active on the market right now? Are you feel like being
I
a
do.
guinea pig?
I do, and my dilemma with it is, I love my clients. They're the parents of some friends of mine,
Hmm.
but it, is a little dated. It has these beautiful baby blue valances in it
Mm.
that they said were very expensive, and they don't want to remove them.
Okay, so you can't get rid of the balances.
Right.
They refuse to take the balances down. Okay.
They don't wanna take the valances down.
So you can't redo the photos and you can't refresh it and you can't rearrange them. So my question is, where are the balances when someone goes, say someone goes to Zillow and and on the screen of Zillow, they're seeing like what they call the above the fold is the marketing term. So you go to Zillow, you look at the listing and what photos are they seeing above the fold? And I want you to do this both on your phone and on the computer because some
That's
people search on the
a good
computer.
question.
Okay, so we're not going to run anybody under the bus here, right? So I'm going to have you do this, and then I want the next person who's listening to this go to your listing that's not selling, bring it up on Zillow, bring it up on Redfin, bring it up wherever you're looking, and see how it looks when someone brings it up. And is it all the same photo? Like front of
Right.
the house, front of the house, front of the house, or are the photos that are popping up there, are they the photos that you would like people to see? Because if you're seeing the balances in the first five photos and people are swiping, they don't get to the backyard, which is beautiful. So if you move the photos around so they can get to the backyard that's beautiful, then maybe they would stay long enough and schedule a showing.
It is on the first 4 pictures.
Okay, so we're going to take that out. We're going to take the
Alright,
balances.
there you go.
Right? It's seriously, it's such a little tip that I didn't make this up. You know who told me? Renee, is it Funk or Folk? Funk?
Renee Funk, yeah.
Yes, from Florida. She taught us how to communicate with sellers. And this was one of the things that she's like, why aren't we doing this? And I was like, I don't know, girl. Why aren't we? And so now it's in my brain and I want to give her credit for it because I never would have thought to do it. Like my brain was taught front of the house photo, right in the front door, down the hallway to the kitchen, like as you would tour the house is how your photos should be.
Here, I'll share my screen. Let's see if I can share.
Okay, so we see two at the front of the house, we see a front door, and we see the beautiful valances.
Right here.
Yeah. Could you do some virtual staging on this house?
Yes, I
Have you
could.
tried it?
I haven't, but I could.
Okay, so if you go to ChatGPT and upload one of these photos and say, "Hey, could you virtually stage this for me and add a bookcase, a bed, and a table?" And you could also go to Canva with those photos and take the balances out, like
Yes.
just literally erase them, like they don't exist. It's just, I mean, is this gonna solve the problem?
Possibly. I don't know,
Maybe, right?
but it's
I
worth
feel like when
trying.
you the only thing that's going to sell a house is price and you creating enough energy around a house that enough humans see the house. Your job as a real estate agent is that.
Yeah.
And if we have a tendency to get bored with something, real estate agents, I hate to lump you in a pile with the rest of us, but
I'm there.
my attention span is very small. And so that's why I do a weekly seller update is because I will forget about you. I don't mean to forget about you. It's my brain is like on to the next shiny thing. But if I know every single Tuesday I will talk to my seller, that means my brain makes a video. It means my brain pays attention to the price. It means my brain checks it out all the show. Like I am in the game.
I love that.
I want you to think what when you're looking at your own listing, when you first put it out there, everybody's really excited about it. But how can we relaunch your listing? What does that mean in the world, right? It's gotten to the place where the world knows all the information. Back in the day, you used to be able to like take a listing down, put it back up, right? And it would like magically be a new listing. Well, them days
Right.
are gone. Them days
Right.
are gone.
They're gone.
So what could you do? You could, first things first, rearrange the photos. Second, adjust, well, first things first is price until you die. Second is you could host open houses every single weekend, but not until the price is right.
Right.
Then this is all like not video marketing stuff, right? But the video marketing stuff is you could relaunch it to the world so there's a new wave of videos. So say you made videos 3 weeks ago, people do not go back and look at videos. You have to remake those videos again. And by remake them, think of a new idea. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to ChatGPT. I'm obsessed with AI at this point, like
Oh, it's insane. Yeah.
obsessed.
Yeah.
Obsessed. You're going to go to ChatGPT and you're going to say, hey, I have a listing. It's not selling. I need you to act as a professional real estate agent that is a video marketing expert, and I want you to model this type of video. You don't have to tell it that, but you could say, this is the kind of video I'd like to make. I need you to help me with that kind of a video. And then you're going to say, I need you to give me simple videos. Simple. The idea, simple fifth grader. Like I even tell it, I need
Maybe
you to write
third grade.
caption like a fifth grader, right? Like I need this to be simple, and I need you to give me a bunch of ideas. You don't have to use all those ideas, but it'll start to get your brain going to the place where now you have ideas. You don't have to get stuck in the overwhelm. It's like, give me 5 ideas of how I could relaunch this listing is how you're speaking to it. And it's going to say, well, have you made this video or this video or this video? Then you have to go back to the listing. When's the last time you went back to that listing?
It's been a couple of weeks since I've been there, but I mean, I go there pretty regularly.
You have to go back, right? I don't like guilty. I'm the problem. It's me. Go back to the listing. And then you almost have to like sell yourself again, because maybe it's a new season. Maybe it was spring when you took it. Now it's summer. Maybe the yard looks different. Maybe you didn't even know they had lilies in the front yard, and now there's lilies. Maybe you didn't know there was a neighborhood rabbit that everyone needs to know. Maybe you didn't know they had a beautiful swim team, and now they have, like, you can go talk about the swim team, right? So go back to the listing, figure out what's happening there, and then relaunch the listing again.
I love that idea. I'm going to listen to this podcast specifically, like on repeat 4 or 5 times, I think.
What to do with your listing when it's not selling.
It's so good. I mean, what's funny is that it's not rocket science. I mean,
No.
you're super sharp, but it's not rocket science. It's just actually going back and re-looking at things. Like even just the idea of re-looking at it for the first time. Like if I had to go sell myself again on this listing.
Well, let's do it real quick. Let's just take a moment. If you have a moment, go back there and tell me why these people love living there. Like, what's the story there? Why they love living there?
So they lived there for 30 plus years. They raised their kids there. The cool thing I think about this house is honestly the garage of all things. It has a 4-car garage. This guy did old cars, like restoring old cars. So it's got this really cool garage. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. And it's meticulous. I mean, although it's a bit dated, they took extraordinary care of this home. I mean, they loved this home, you know. And I think that that's probably one of the key, features and points of it. I hope we actually have pictures of the garage in here. Hold on.
You're like, oh my gosh, right? This is a real life scenario. This right here, what you're doing of like, oh my word, do we even have a picture of the garage?
That is hilarious because that
It's
garage.
not, it's real. This is real life where you think that like the details are there until you start thinking about like, well, who's going to buy this house? Why would they love this house? Who is the person? And then once you go to your thing and you're like, oh my gosh, it's not even there. What the heck is my life? What's happening
Well,
here?
you know what? So listen, y'all, I ain't perfect either. There you go.
None of us are perfect. That's not even what we're trying to do here. We're not trying to be perfect. We're trying to do our best. And sometimes our best is like, oh, well, I kind of screwed that up. That's kind of garbage, right? Like we're just literally doing our best. That's all.
And I agree with that. It's like, I think sometimes, and I know that you can relate to this. I mean, we're being super transparent on this episode, is that, you just get so busy with your normal routine of what you normally do to market and promote a listing until you don't, right? Until something comes up and you're like, oh, I need to look at that a little bit differently, or, oh, I need to focus on who the actual buyer is for this property. And for this particular property, the garage is like, I don't even have any pictures of the garage, which most people wouldn't really put pictures of a garage,
No.
except that this one is really cool. It's a huge 3-car with an extra 4-car. And he put the black and white tiles on the ground, like the disco. I'm like, man, you could make that a disco room. Like, right. Like I start thinking about that. So this has been, I think, one of my favorite podcasts. This has been an eye opener. And I hope that everyone listens to this and comes and joins you in film school, because I've been saying for months I'm going to come join. I haven't done it yet. So I'm going to have you hold me accountable to getting that done. Oh,
Okay. Most agents don't join because they say they do not have the time. That is, Liz, I don't have the time, right? They join, they don't show up, right? That's the whole thing. And I understand that, because I'm also like, if I don't have an appointment on my calendar, I'm not being there.
it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen, right? So I also know that when you start to make your own business important, not that you're not, this is no shade on anyone, right? But what I've learned is, when I made my business important, me, my own production, my own, like, this is how I feed my family thing, right? Then I figured out I never want to, I just worked Zillow leads for so many years until I finally hit the wall with it. Like these awful humans that I kept running into, that I was like, these are not my people.
Right.
I don't even like you. Like, why do I keep selling houses this way? I do not have to. And now all of my business is social media, it's past clients, or it's referrals. And selling real estate to those people it's life-changing.
Yeah.
It is. It's like air. Like, you can breathe again. You have a life. You can control your schedule. Your income is better. Like, everything about it is so much better, because the people that are working with you have been attracted to you.
Right.
Versus you chasing them.
I love that.
And my life is completely different because of this video journey. And I'm no different than anyone else. Am I really good on camera? Yes. Well, because I really practiced it, right? It doesn't mean you couldn't do it. You would just have to practice it too.
Exactly.
Anyone can do this.
Which is funny, because, I've been doing this podcast for many, many, many years. And I actually love, it's one of my favorite things I do. I enjoy it because I just get to talk to cool people, which is why I started it. I mean, I started this podcast in 2013, I think it was. So it's been a long time. And I started it because I wanted to talk to cool people. I'm like, how can I get cool people on my podcast? And, or get in a room with these people. And I start a podcast. So this has been very inspirational for me and eye-opening for me. And I know that it's going to relate to a lot of people that are struggling in the same boat out there. So thank you, my friend. This has been a long time coming and did not disappoint.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Anything I can do to help you, or the people that work with you, or if you're listening to this and need some help, reach out to me. All the platforms, this is something you need to do. Make sure all your platforms are the same, right? If you come find me on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, Liz Brown, Realtor Daily, same. You can find me anywhere, right? I'm always the same. So same thing with you. Make sure you're the same on all the platforms so people can easily reach out to you. But feel free to reach out to me and I'll help you. I do a lot of free things that you don't have to pay to coach with me. You can learn all the things I'm teaching you here and not pay for it. Like, there's ways, like, on all my things. So know that.
But I will tell you, there's huge value in like, the value is when you pay for it, because you're going to pay more attention.
Well, you're going to show up. Yep.
You're going to show up, right, differently. So thank you. We'll definitely have all the links to get to connect with Liz here in the show notes, and get on over there in her film school and get back to us and tell us how it goes. Well, I'm going to be there soon. So
I'm going to be there. Okay.
I'm going to be there. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining us, Liz.
You're welcome. I'll see you again.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us on Real Estate Real World, where we get to talk to all the cool people. Make sure to go and connect with us on all the social places, and we're going to make sure that it's all matching, like Liz just told us to. So be sure to follow us and make sure to write us a great review if you happen to love our show. Thank you again for joining us on Real Estate Real World. Go out and smile bright. Thank you for joining us today on Real Estate Real World, where we talk with masters and leaders in the real estate industry and beyond on how we can raise the bar in our industry. Please subscribe over on iTunes, and while you're there, be sure to give us a review. Your reviews encourage us and help others to find our podcast for show notes and hot topics on what's going on right now in our real estate industry. Also, hop on over to www.realestaterealworld.com and add your name to our email to get early advance notice of upcoming podcasts. Thanks again for listening, and go out there and be a part of the elite masterclass and raising the bar on the real estate industry.